Answer the call. Be a part of a great, great police department. Never mind what happened to Breonna Taylor. We killed that.
What an embarrassment. Kentucky Corrections Officer Turin Knight has been fired for this parody video about recruiting people for the Louisville, Kentucky Metro Police Force. He also said you can go out and kill later in that video. It's clear when he said we killed Breonna Taylor, he crossed the line. And we're tackling the obvious. Since you won't say it, I will. This is a black police officer making a mockery of the current racial and political climate in this country. So let's get to the conversation about this Deputy Dewey who destroyed his own damn career with a disgusting display of duncery. Let's talk about it.
Greg, all I can do is shake my head on this one. And what the hell was this clown thinking? To get in his uniform and to say, join the police department, you can kill, and also say, Breonna Taylor, we killed that bitch.
Right.
What is this idiot thinking in Louisville, Kentucky?
It's obviously he wasn't thinking at all. I mean, aside from the video being in extremely bad, poor taste, to be stupid enough to put not only walk past their vehicles, but to do it in your uniform. And you're not even part of that agency. He was a corrections officer, but you got to question his intelligence level in the first place, because he couldn't tell the difference between a helicopter and a plane when he was describing it in the video. But for him to do something like this, well, let me say this. It seemed that he had some disdain for the Louisville Police Department. And he was trying to get that across in the video, but he did it in a totally improper and inappropriate way. And he's paying the price for it. Now, I'm going to say this. I don't know if he loaded that video to social media or somebody else, but I would not be surprised if he claimed that somebody else loaded that video to social media or to his YouTube channel, and he's going to use that as a defense to get his job back. But it was extremely, it's sad. It's really sad.
And his name is Turin Knight, a corrections officer with the Louisville Metro Police Department. They fired him last Thursday. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Mm-hmm. How could a black law enforcement officer be so callous, careless, and make jokes about individuals like Breonna Taylor and talking about killing people?
Right.
Shouldn't he know better? And obviously he's a corrections officer,
right.
But still, what the current climate is in America when it comes to law enforcement, the black community,
right.
And he knows, well, he should know that crosses the line for any law enforcement officer.
Right. Well, the white race doesn't have a monopoly on bad law enforcement officers.
Exactly. That's what I was looking to get from you.
And this guy obviously is an idiot. He's insensitive. Like you said, he's callous. And you got to face the facts. There are bad police officers come in all colors. And he is he's a good example of that. He didn't think about the impact that could have on her family by making something that callous, statement that callous, if it ever got out. He didn't care. I believe that when you look at people's desire to be popular or to be on social media,
acceptance.
Exactly. They'll do or say anything for attention. And he got all the attention he needs and more so. So, I'm glad they fired him. I hope he doesn't get his job back. He needs to be out there making an apology to the family, the city, and that police department. It's just sad.
Let me ask you, is social media a dangerous place for law enforcement officers? Because many times we see many of them going on, posting their personal opinion when they represent a city, when they represent a municipality, an agency. And so I don't think they realize you shouldn't be posting your opinion, just like a journalist shouldn't be posting their opinion on social media, because it will always catch up with you.
Well, you think someone in law enforcement would be smart enough to stay off of social media in the first place? Because with the current climate and attitudes toward law enforcement, all you're doing is making yourself a target and letting people who shouldn't have your information get your information off of your social media account. And and especially if you're stupid enough to make some controversial statement or a controversial video, you think you'd want to keep a low profile. And I'm surprised, I'm not saying that they aren't, but I'm surprised more law enforcement agencies aren't stressing this to their officers, that you guys need to watch your, not just what you say on social media, but your appearance on social media in the first place, because you're not only putting yourself at risk, you're putting your loved ones at risk too. And there are people out there that use that, just like pedophiles. They use that platform to gain as much information as possible to go after the people they want.